Kengan Ashura is trash. Hot garbage. No, I'm just playing. I'm just trying to show my friend who recommended me to read Kengan Ashura. I can already see all the dislikes rolling in just from this first few seconds, bro. My key is my lifeline. I always need it with me, by the way. It's funny though because this doesn't have a key. I made my keychain. Oh, hello everyone. Me tired. Actually, I'm always tired, honestly. But I'm still doing this video because yes. And I'm making this video just because I feel like it right now, and yeah. So I might not get through everything because yeah, if I miss anything, I could just do another video or send in my end credits, blah blah blah. My Pandora Hearts video hasn't come out yet, and I'll upload it tomorrow, June 11th. But that has nothing to do with this video because this video is about Kengan Ashura that my friend advised me to read, and he keep bothering me for a long ass time, and he was keep hounding me to get caught up with it, and I finally did. Actually, I got caught up with Kengan Omega, but I want to make those two videos separate. This is going to be only Kengan Ashura, and I only talk in Kengan Ashura, and I won't spoil anything that happens to Kengan Omega, maybe. But I cannot 100% guarantee that. I probably will spoil Kengan Ashura for sure, though. So, if you want to exit out, I would exit out now, if you don't want to get spoiled. But let me just say that Kengan Ashura is worth reading if you like tournament arcs with badass fight scenes. And I would recommend reading it but it's not for everyone. It's a tournament story that lasts throughout the whole Kengan Ashura, and it has a lot of lore, world building, and they focus on the characters a lot. It won't focus mainly on the main character. It focuses on all these bunch of characters that a lot of them you will care about, and a lot of them you won't. And some of them won't come back again, some of them will. But the thing is that it doesn't focus on the main character that much, and it shows fights from all different characters. Maybe it'll be like 4 chapters of one character, and the main character barely shows up at all. I think the first 50 chapters, it did focus a lot on the main character. But then afterwards, each battle had their own couple chapters, and a lot of them didn't even focus on the main character. But most of my favorite fights are with the main character, honestly, though. So if you don't mind that, then it's worth reading because it does have a lot of cool action scenes. My only problem is that with this is that some of the characters I didn't care about. So there's some of those fights were boring only. So you just had to like power through those. And the exposition and the flashback is amazingly done. But sometimes if it's for a character I don't care about and that has no relevance to me or the future of the story, I just feel like it's just there and kind of annoying. My problem with it was only the first round. I feel like the fight just dragged on and the flashbacks got really annoying because most of those characters I didn't care about. But the second round is when the characters I cared about really started showing up more, and I love the fights in the second round and on. A lot of the first round fights were kind of meh. The second round and on were like crazy. And the story is actually really deep, and the lore, world building, there's a lot of that. It has a lot of world building like One Piece and Tower of God. I don't know how long this video is going to be, actually. I basically got through a lot of things. Because what else am I going to talk about? It's just the whole thing is just one big tournament arc, most of the Kengan Ashura. I could have added more into this, like how, like my favorite fight scenes. Could have added that, but I was planning to do a top 10 fights in Kengan Ashura. I was going to do that as a video maybe, so I might not do that, but I'll just say that the ending though of Kengan Ashura, when Oma supposedly died, that part was actually cruel for a main character to just die like that, and I felt like for Kengan Ashura, that was a fitting end. And you find more about this in Kengan Omega, but like that the character who ended up killing the main character, him doing that really was honor because he doesn't do that for everyone. Oh, and this is gonna be a huge spoiler, but Fang, when he was introduced, I was like, he's going to the finals. That's what I initially thought. But then after like when the third or fourth round started, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if Fang loses? The person that Oma fought, I forgot, Wakatsuki, I don't even know, but like he fought him, and Oma wins, and there'll be 2 underdogs fighting each other. I wouldn't call the one Fang faced an underdog, but like 2 people who didn't think they would make it to the finals. Wouldn't it be cool if they fought? Usually for tournament arcs, it's usually pretty predictable who will go up. But in this manga, it's really hard to tell. A character who defeated Fang was able to defeat more important characters to the point that he won the tournament. He was just a random side character who came out of nowhere, and he still beat them. This manga is really unpredictable. When two people are fighting, it's really hard to tell who will win. That's what this manga does really good in. There was some moments that felt like plot armor, honestly, but like, I can ignore that, honestly. Like the time when, what's this guy's name? When his heart just started beating again. Forgot his name. The long haired who's a love fanatic for the main character. I felt like that was kind of plot armor, but like it makes sense, and it makes sense for the future too. He wouldn't make sense him dying there. But when you get like huge injuries, but like they only last for like couple weeks, couple months maybe. Like it should last way longer than that. And fighting another round like how Cosmo did when he was in the wheelchair, bruh. Healing from that should have been like years, to be honest. But it's whatever. I guess it was never shown that this is really focused on world logic. Honestly, it's even though it's centered in a real world, but it's like I'm okay with that. It's anime and manga. I'll just say it's anime and manga. Whatever. You guys just want to make it a cool world. I'll accept it. I don't know if that makes sense. But my favorite fight is definitely going to be one of my favorite fights. It's the only thing that came to mind is probably going to be the second match with Oma versus Raiden. Freak, I already forgot his name. I'm bad with names. Raiden or something. Ryan. I'm bad with names. I can't remember everyone's name. And I like how a lot of things are foreshadowed early on. That long-haired, the love fanatic, unlocked the awakening power of what you call it, Oma really early on or whatever that is called. That was pretty cool. Awakening. I don't know if that's actually a real thing. But I like how it has some consequences to Oma. But like, I feel like it was kind of BS. It makes sense, but at that moment, I feel like it was BS. Him just getting this random power up, just taking out Ryan like that. I feel like they just needed him to power up to take him out, but they made it make sense, if I can say it like that. So I'm satisfied with that. And honestly, that was hype as hell. I love that scene, and I didn't care how much BS that seemed to me at that point. This might be one of those mangas that might not seem like it has a lot of character development, but it actually has a lot of character progression and growth and how these characters grow. It's mainly focused on the main characters though, but it's done really well when it happens. And I like the main character's development throughout. I can't really call it development. I call that more of figuring out your memory throughout and gaining what you lost. I actually, at first I didn't like how memory loss was used. I didn't like that at first because it just felt like they wanted to change him in his character. But thinking about it, it actually makes complete sense. It showed how he was without the memories of his master. And then I like how when he gained the memories of his master. Right now I can't really think of. I really forgot how he did it because I read this series a couple of months ago. But whatever. I think it was when his powers were awakened. I'm not entirely sure. I forgot. But like that also show, and then we get to see him. We got to see him become more calmer and how he was when he knew his master. And I really like that. And I like how there was a what you call it, legend of Nico, and how everyone formulated into a legend of this name or person. I find that pretty cool. But like I really like how Yamashita, I think that's his name, how he becomes more confident throughout. I really like his relationship with Oma and how wholesome and sweet that is actually, and how they grow with each other. And I like his gag though, where everyone thinks he's this badass person, even though we know he really isn't like that. But he's really clever though, and has great foresight. I also like how he wasn't randomly chosen to be Oma's manager or whatever that's called. I like how it actually has purpose behind it, and how he's this descendant of this really powerful person who had great eyesight or whatever. And yeah, I really like how it wasn't just like you get chosen randomly. Yamashita was the manager of Oma, and in the past his descendant was the manager of someone else who was really powerful or whatever. And him dying there in the past, it was correlated to Oma dying here, and I like how that was reinforced into the story, and that was pretty cool. But we know what happens in Omega. I won't spoil that though. It kind of ruined it, but whatever. I'm also kind of glad they didn't stop the tournament after the whole revolution, because in Naruto when they cut the tuning exams in half, or I didn't do the finals or whatever, I got so pissed because that was supposed to be some hype moments, bro. And I thought the revolution would last longer, honestly, but it didn't. And as I thought, the main character is special though. Like almost every show, but that's nothing bad to it. It adds another layer to the show. The whole tiger whistle thing, which I don't even understand, even in Omega. I probably wouldn't find that out in another couple years. Actually, what coming to King in Omega? I didn't know what I was going to think it was going to be like. Because I did watch some of the anime and it was utter trash. Not gonna lie. My friend said she tried to show me these scenes. They feel like PS2 characters fighting. Actually, when I was watching one of the fight scenes, I think it was Ryan versus Oma. It was. I was laughing the whole time because of the CGI and how they were fighting. It was like it should have been comedy, bruh. Comedy series right there. I would definitely watch a proper adaptation though. That would have been cool. But we probably never going to get one. I don't think Kengan Ashura is too popular to... Actually, let me take that back. It became popular. Because it did win the poll, I think, of the manga that people want to get an anime adaptation of. And it might be trash. The anime, at least. Honestly, these types of mangas aren't my type of mangas I like reading. Maybe that's why I wasn't able to completely binge it. Like other series I am, because my series are trashy isekais. I guess whenever I'm stressed out, I guess trashy isekais helps me calm down. I don't know. But anyways, I think that's all I really have to talk about. I might do a top 10 fights video coming out way later maybe. I have a lot of videos planned. So see that soon. And I'm almost done with Pandora Hearts. Only 2 more volumes that I just have to read. But anyways, if I have more to say, I'll say end credits or... another video. I guess I'll call it a day. Subscribe, like, comment. Just do whatever you guys want. I could care less. But anyways, yes. I guess I'll see you guys next time, whatever that might be. Bye. I'm the realest one that's repping. Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to